Hi there. It's June the 27th and we're continuing our progress through the book of 2 Kings, and we're finishing off chapter 10 and then going into chapters 11 and 12. At the end of chapter 10 we find King Jehu, who has taken over, who has killed off the house of Ahav, and he's finished off King Joram and Haziah of Israel and Judah, and he now reigns in Israel, but he hasn't removed the high places, he hasn't removed Dan and Bethel, the idols of Jeroboam, and because of this, Syria encroaches on Israel in the time of Jehu, and they start to take territory from Israel in the eastern part in Gilead. Then we move into chapter 11, and in chapter 11 we find that there's a power moves into the vacuum that's been created by the death of Ahaziah. Ahaziah's mother, Athaliah, wants to take power for herself, so she makes sure that any rivals are disposed of. She gets rid of what's called the royal seed, the royal house, except that she overlooks one young person, one child, who is protected by his aunt. His name is Joash, and he's taken into the temple and he's kept there for 6 years in secret. And then at the end of 6 years, the high priest Jehoiada arranges for him Joash to be protected, and then he declares him king and he proclaims him king over Judah. Athaliah accused them of treason, but the people want Joash. They don't want Athaliah anymore, they want Joash. And so Athaliah is overthrown, she is killed, and Joash comes to the throne of Judah. And we find in chapter 12 that Joash is a man who loves the Lord, and he brings a covenant with God from the people. He gets rid of the Baalim. And in chapter 12 we also find that Joash wants to repair the temple of the Lord. He wants to repair the breaches that have happened during the reign of Athaliah, which we read about later in Chronicles. And so he gathers money, but unfortunately, although the money is gathered by the priests, the work isn't done very quickly. And he asks, even the 23rd year of his reign, he said, why haven't the breaches in the walls, why haven't the damage, the ruins of the temple been repaired? And so he himself takes on the collecting together of monies for there to be repairs in the wall. Unfortunately, latterly in his reign, Joash departs from following the Lord, sadly, and he ends up himself being murdered by one of his commanders, and his son Amaziah takes over. So we can see the roller coaster of a ride that this is. But one thing that we do see about Joash is that he makes this covenant for the people with the Lord, and that the Lord is the one who holds the people together, who holds the people of Judah in love and in commitment to the covenant that he made to David. Have a very good June the 27th.